Hi everyone, it's Helen here and welcome to episode 4 of the mini album die set series. So this is going to be just a quick fast one because this is a requested video, so this is a really easy video for me to make. So the lovely Kim has asked me, how do we use this extra spine piece just here? So I have here the small ultimate binding and the large ultimate binding, and these all work in exactly the same way. So we're going to be working with the small one. So here's an example. This is using the midi mini album die set, and you get all of these lovely pockets here as well. Makes lovely pocket pages, and this is all complete die sets that are going to do this for you. So anyways, today's video is about the spine. It's a wrap that goes around the backing piece here that the spine and the hinges go on to. So this just really finishes it off and makes it look extra lovely. So you would add this after we have added our pages in. So this was from, I think, episode 1 or 2 of this series. So it has been in storage, so it has got a little bit bent, but that's fine. It's all going to be hidden when we put on the curved edge. So this curved spine goes on after we've added all of our pages, then, and also before we decorate, because this flap here is going to be added onto there, and then we can cover it up completely. So you can go for a different colour if you don't mind it being visible during to poking out here of the mat, underneath the mats, or keep it to the same colour and it will blend in really well. Okay, so what I've done now is I have this already die cut, and it's got all of these lines here, so it's going to help it to curve. So you can kind of just help it yourself just to bend it around just like that. So I now have the curve. And again, I just want to refold in those fold lines. There we go. So we should now have something that looks like that. Okay, so that is what is going to be glued onto there. And again, because this has been in storage, it's got a little bit bent. So we're just going to do our best with this. Normally I would be working with that completely flat like that. It's a lot easier to do when it's in that position. Okay, so I'm going to be using wet glue for this, but you can use red tape, and I'm going to work on one side at a time. So this glue doesn't want to come out of my bottle today. I think we're okay now. Okay, so I'm putting glue on the entire section right up to the score line here. Then I'm going to take the front of the book and I'm matching up the score lines with the fold just there. Okay, what we need to do now is we need to leave that to dry just for, say, 5 minutes, just so that it's stuck down really well, especially in these little corners here. So I'm just going to leave that just to dry, and then we'll be back ready for the next stage. So it should look something like that first. Okay, so I'm pretty much happy that is pretty much dry. It might be slightly wet still, but I'm happy to move on to the next stage now. So just for a dry run, this next one here, where this fold here, it tucks in perfectly with this fold there. So you do get a little bit of an excess just here, and exactly the same on the bottom, and that's going to push that out there, and that is what's going to create the curved spine. And again, naturally this will probably curve in as well to take that shape, but it just gives it that ornamental finishing, just really finishes off the book really well. So let's add glue. Again, I'm going straight up to the score line, and these corners here are quite important as well, because that's what's going to be keeping this section onto this part here where it can naturally start to lift away. Okay, so again I'm using glue because I have a little bit of wiggle room if I don't get it right up into the corner where I need it to be. So just squishing everything down. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it just here, and if you want to you can add some pegs just to make sure that you have that down properly. It's a lot easier to do it on the first one because those are down really well, but now we have this pressure here of it wanting to lift away. You have to kind of keep it pressed down. So I'm happy with how that has turned out. So here is our book. I think it's upside down, but never mind. Yeah, it's upside down. So there is the book. This is the mini portrait album, and again this one has pockets as well, and that is what it looks like with the spine. So I can now go ahead and do my front covers, and it will all just finish off really nicely. So thank you much for joining me today, and I'll see you again very soon.